Hello and welcome to episode 139 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is pressure will make you grow. Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Linh. Now, I'm sure if you're a big Tony Robbins fan, you may have heard of him talking about pain and pleasure, and that's our driving forces. So we do things to move out of a pain and we do things to move into pleasure. But what happens if we are inside of our comfort zone? What happens if the pain isn't big enough and the pleasure isn't great enough for us to want to move towards those things? And so what I started to find, not only inside of my life, but inside of my clients, inside of, all the other online trainers that I've been talking about, more importantly, the biggest thing for me and why I wanted to study this area so much was to get people to actually follow through. Now, if you've been listening to this show, it's turned into a more kind of, a motivational / how do I follow through? How do I actually do the things that I said I was actually going to do? How do I actually get my clients to actually follow through? And in order to do that, I want you to understand first and foremost, because I didn't understand this, is that our clients at this very moment in time, they don't actually need more information. All the fat loss information is already out there. So if we can agree on that, the question is, why aren't they following through? Why aren't they taking any action? And for most of the time, there is this thing called the comfort zone. And right at this very moment in time, you and I might be experiencing the comfort zone. You and I might have experienced the comfort zone, but our clients they are in the comfort zone. And don't you ever hear of those success stories where the $1 million multimillionaire made it because he was dead broke, he was in the trenches, he literally was homeless? We hear Sylvester Stallone making it when he was homeless and he had to sell his dog. We hear of other guys like Tony Robbins who was in a 300 square foot bachelor apartment. We hear these stories, right? But I believe everything is completely true. I believe that they have this sense of complete dissatisfaction, and that pressure allowed them to grow. And the reality is, I've started to notice, not only with myself, but everybody around me, is that we tend to stay still because there is no pressure inside of our lives. There is no urgency for us to grow, because growth is something that our bodies naturally are afraid of. Growth, stepping out of our comfort zone, is something that most people actually don't want to do because it's nice in our comfort zone. It's pleasurable, right? And if we know that we are moving away from pain and into pleasure, again, the thing that's actually going to make us take action is pressure, then why do we not apply pressure to ourselves to get stuff done? For example, I'm sure you can relate with me. Back in uni, in high school, when we had assignments to get done, it was the pressure, and we would stay up all night to get it done. It was the pressure of having a deadline. Okay, and for a lot of us, especially when we grow up, we start to realize that the pressure is taken off because we can do what we want, kind of when we want, and there is nobody enforcing that pressure upon us anymore because we're not in the school system. And that's the same thing for your clients. So a big thing for me inside of this online training space in 2017 has been trying to figure out, how do I get my clients to follow through? How do I get my coaching clients to follow through? How do I get the people that I help to build their businesses actually follow through and implement all of the things that, all of the things that we teach them? How do I get myself to follow through on any of the stuff that I've applied? And one big conclusion I've come to is the realization is that pressure is needed. Now, pressure might be good, and this for me, it's very dependent on what's going to create pressure inside of your life, depending on what your situation is. But I think for me, this very moment in time, it's going up and it's going, okay, well, hey, me and Kerry, we literally just put a deposit on this grand home yesterday that we did not think was possible for us in our situation. But why we did that was not because we wanted the home. The home is a fantastic asset. It's a great thing to live in, and it's fairly nice, right? But the reasons why I did this was because I've realized that I wasn't growing at the speed at which I believe I should be growing at because I was stuck inside of my comfort zone. Okay? And we all know that our destiny is shaped by our decisions. Now, unfortunately, this was the decision that we had to make, which is going to apply more pressure for us to get the things done. And as a natural consequence of that, we will start doing more and adding more value into the marketplace. Because as much as you and I want to go out there and change the world, I really have to be real, because I see so many coaches who are out there and fitness coaches who are saying, Lynn, I want to help 1 million people change their lives. And I'm like, sweet, but where's the pressure from that? What pressure have you applied to yourself? What pressure have you applied to yourself? Because if you have a goal, great, you have pleasure, but there is no pressure behind that for you to actually go and take action. And so a lot of the times the pressure is things like investing in yourself. Pressure is your clients investing in you. And so I really wanted to make this clear, because I'm really about, following through with what you said you were going to do. So if you said you were going to start an online fitness business this year and you haven't started, it's because there is not enough pressure for you to actually go and do it. There is not enough pressure for you to step out of the gym or leave the boot camp in order for you to take massive action and move forward. And the reality is that is a decision that, you will have to make if you've been struggling with it. If you want to grow your online fitness business, but you have 3 to 4 different options, when things get hard inside of the online space, when you're not getting clients, when you're not signing up leads, when your marketing campaign's not working, you will stop. You will stop as a natural consequence of you wanting to find out an easier path, an easier road, an easier route. And the reasons why you will stop is because you have escape plans. So I'm a true believer in applying pressure to get the job done. Okay, so my question for you today, trainers, number 1, fitness coaches, health and fitness coaches, where are you applying pressure inside of your business, inside of your life right now to get the job done? Because at this moment in time, I'm going to tell you, if you aren't where you want to be, it's because you don't want it enough. You don't want it bad enough. There is not enough pressure for you to actually go on and move it. Because I can tell you right now, it's not that you're not smart enough. It's not that you don't have the right strategies. It's not that you don't know the right technology, because all that information is out there. And I guarantee you that if there was enough pressure applied to your life right at this very moment in time, you would have gone and taken the action. And when I say this to you, I'm literally talking to myself. This is a realization that I come to. And so where can you apply more pressure? What's that decision that you need to make? And a decision means that you're not going to cut back. A decision means you're actually going to follow through with it. What do you need to do? What investment do you need to make in order for you to go, right, I need to make shit happen. I need to make it rain. I need to make it work in times of adversity, because then it's all about sinking or swimming. If you don't make it work, you will sink. And because most of us are survival creatures, we will not sink. We will find a way. And so I want to share that insight with you, because I want you to think about how you can apply the same insight to getting your clients results. And I know a lot of you are fantastic trainers. You guys are offline, you guys are absolute beasts. But online, you suck at getting your clients results. And this is the big elephant in the room. Like, it's great. And by sucking at getting results, you are not growing your business because you don't know how to get your clients results. And naturally, as a consequence of that, you, quote unquote, self-sabotage your success because you're not confident in your ability to get them results. And so you are selling a false promise. So how can you apply pressure to your clients, okay, in order for them to follow through? That pressure might be a bigger investment. Maybe you're charging $50, $100, $500, and it's too cheap. Because it's not about you, it's about the level of pressure that they need to assert on themselves in order to make shit happen. Okay, it's not about you. It's not about you charging the money. It's you making them understand that without the pressure, they will not make it happen. And if you can frame it in that mindset and increase the pressure on your clients to actually follow through, to help them step out of their comfort zone, because they want to change, they want to move away from pain and into pleasure. But unfortunately, there is not enough pain there for them to go, I need to change. There is not enough pressure in order for them to change, in order for them to step out of their comfort zone, because the pressure crushes their comfort zone. There is no chance of survival inside of their comfort zone. And if you can do that, you will get them results, okay? So that is your one thing for today. And of course, like I've always said, share this with your accountability buddy. Share this with another coach, another trainer who is starting an online business and who might have trouble getting their clients results. The reality is this is a big, big issue that we're facing right at this very moment in time. Okay? It's not information, it's implementation. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next episode.
Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes, and feel free to leave a review, and that way I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favour and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.